Hey, I'm Claire. I'm the DM for the game.
I am Ducky and I'm playing Liori Moonbeam. And I'm a sorcerer who used to be a hermit and is now teaching at the castle.
Hey, I'm Cass. I'm playing Glory. That's the only name you need to know. I'm a tiefling warlock who runs with a band of thieves and rogues.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm playing Romulus, a druid dwarf, but he's unaware he's a dwarf. He thinks he's a human.
Hi, I'm Taynor. I'm playing Jordan Ponjovsk. I've actually not really figured out how to pronounce it yet. I'm playing a human paladin.
Awesome.
So, just running around again.
Liori Moonbeam. I'm Ducky.
Cat, Glory.
Jack. I'm Romulus Shaw.
Taynor playing Jordan Ponjovsk.
Almost got it right on the second time. We'll call
Who
you,
knows?
I'm going to end up calling you Jojo. But Jodan. Yeah.
Jordan will do.
Jodan.
Oh,
Okay.
it's Jordan.
Jordan.
It's Jordan without
It's
the
Fantasy
R.
Jordan.
Fantasy Jordan. There already is one of those as well.
Okay, so you're all in the Kingdom of the Barrier Islands, a mostly human kingdom. Let's roll into the intro.
In a world of magic and many races, the obese islands, very far to the west, up to the cold north, on the edge of the island, on the western front, where not many things happen usually, a small town of Wheeler's Point exists. Wheeler's Point is a place forgotten by most, with only one road in or out, a small coastal road. There is a small keep, but is an informal court. Many see the Lord walk through town. He is, but one must have a lord. In this small town, storms are commonplace. Shipping is rare, though ships do come by time to time. And it is in this town our tale begins. It is a dark and stormy night, like so many stories. The lighthouse, long forgot, has so many ships, just avoid the cliffs of Obis. The small town of Wheeler's Point, the ships are in, the fishermen are in bed, when all of a sudden a loud bang and boom sound through the night. It sounds like a dragon's clash, like magic fire, like explosions beyond mortal men. Crash, boom, it continues. It is in this late hour, when revelers turn to their drinking companions, when farmers turn over in bed, that perhaps something is amiss. Crash, boom, boom, boom. It is the dying cry of a dragon, maybe? The town rushes out en masse to see what makes this crash and boom on Wheeler's Point. As the waves run high and the storm runs dark, the wind is cold and the rain is dense. Shoulder to shoulder the townsfolk stand, but now they see not lightning in the sky, but on the horizon a flash, a crash, a boom, and then all of a sudden, like red fire, a streak in the sky. No, this is not a streak of mage's fire, this is not a streak of dragon flame. It is a bright phosphorescent streak, a trail across the sky, a parabola of doom. Slowly the townsfolk notice, in that red-hot glow, the shape of a ship, unlike any they've ever seen. Crash and boom. The crash and boom comes with explosions of light from the ship. The ship is strange and unusual. The storm rides on. Some villagers go back inside, afraid for what they see, knowing that common folk often get in trouble. The Lord sends out a handful of men and some villagers curious to see if they could save the ship from Wheeler's Point. For all know Wheeler's Point is a doom, a death sentence in a storm like this. Crash and boom and crack. The ship has given up the ghost. On the edges of Wheeler's Point, they see the ship crack in twain. The rocks are cruel in a storm like this. So many characters rush to help, but then stop. Wheeler's Point is death. In this kingdom of magic and doom, Wheeler's Point is the furthest point. It is the place where all things stop, and this is where the ships stop. They wait for the storm, they wait for the sun, they watch the cliffside, the small harbour where the ships are docked for any sign of life. Maybe they can give aid. Should they give aid? This strange ship is unusual, but so are the four standing there. Claire, the GM here. You may notice some sound quality issues. We will resolve these for future episodes. And with that, let's get started.
I don't know, the safe word Skygak, and let's go. So some of you may be staying at the court at the moment. Who's in town?
I'm in town.
You're in town. Okay.
Is it daytime?
So
or nighttime?
Romulus is in town. It's early evening. It would still be light, except the storm has made everything very dark. Visibility's down as thick pouring rain kind of
I'll
pours
be
through
in
the
town then.
streets. Okay, you're in. Glory's in town. It is proper just horrid weather. The two moons, neither is in the sky at the moment, neither the major or the minor. And so that, assuming that leaves Jodan and Laurie at the keep.
Yeah, I'll be in the...
Given your stations and such, you'd probably be sleeping in the barracks, soldiers' barracks, right? So it's just general dormitory style living.
Oh,
It's very chill. Lots of breezes come through, but it's sustainable. It's a bed. It's warm. So as the storm goes on, through the thunder and lightning, a loud crack boom shudders out, and another one shudders out. And it's not magic. It's not the storm. It's not rock slides. You kind of run through your head of what the different things could be. It is none of those things. It is both louder but more contained than any of those. Eventually, the sound draws a few people out into the street. Some people are already in the street for various reasons. You see that with each crack and boom, instead of a light in the sky with thunder like you'd expect, or a flame from a dragon above, you actually see a bright light on the ocean. And as that bright light happens, you can make out sort of the silhouette of a ship, but you're not quite sure about it. Then all of a sudden, a red phosphorescent parabola arcs across the sky. It doesn't look like magic, it doesn't look like dragonfire, you're not actually sure what it is. It's a rather strange sight, but it lights up the sea brighter than mage light would usually light up things. And you clearly see the ship. It is strange and unusual. Unlike all of the sort of 2-mast or 3-mast wooden deep ocean-going vessels you're familiar with, the ship appears to be clad in iron of some description. And as you kind of see this, you hear a loud creak and crack as it's run aground, because the lighthouse hasn't been manned for years, because the shipping through this area is very minimal. You actually see the ship break in twain, so 3 pieces. The ship comes apart, and it's run aground among some rocks. You kind of find some of the court functionaries, the lords and the soldiers are outside the keep looking at this, and obviously some people in the village are looking at this. Now, a lot of common folk are, when they see this, kind of heading back in because they kind of know what it is, but there's enough mystery that they don't want to get too involved. Common folk get in trouble. A lot of other people are, well, there's salvage rights and salvage law, and until the kings claim it, or until the lord claims it, it's free salvage. And then obviously the lord, Gorthic, he's issuing commands to his soldiers to ride down. You will all meet on the road down to the inlet, basically, because there's cliffs to either side. This is the only harbour for a few miles north and south. It's a natural harbour. And yeah, you're riding down to go investigate the ship. That's really where our story begins. I say riding, you're all running down. The Lord is riding and a few soldiers are riding. You all running down. None of you actually have a horse.
damn.
Okay, so you're sort of shoulder to shoulder, rushing down. Is anyone doing anything on the way down?
I have my hand out, just producing a flame so I can see where I'm going, because my tiny human legs don't want to trip over cobblestones or whatever.
You don't need much illumination because you've
Nope.
got dark vision as a
Dark
tiefling.
I do too, but obviously...
I mean, you'll have naturally good eyesight. That's not something
Yeah,
that
just assume you
you'd
have
be
good
unaware
eyesight.
of.
Mine says dark vision 0 feet.
Then you don't have dark vision.
You're a human, mate.
You're a human. You're
Yeah,
just a
you
normal,
suck.
everyday human. Okay.
I'm just following the light.
So as you get down to the dock, it's quite clear that Gorthic's in command. He's not wearing full armor or anything. He is just in a fine set of clothes, and he's ordering soldiers about and getting people into ships and stuff to go out. When he turns and points to the crowd, and he just picks out people, picks out soldiers and stuff, and sends them on errands. And he points to the four of you in the crowd, and he goes, "We need that lighthouse lit again and clear." So that's basically how you guys get picked out, and how you guys have actually met each other for the first time, as you get pulled out by Gorthic and sent to this lighthouse. Okay, so the four of you...
What if I said no?
You could reject the Lord's call if you're more interested in going off to the ship.
Yeah, I am kind of more interested in going to the ship because...
I mean, you need a way to go to the
I'm
ship.
safe,
I mean, are you
yeah.
going to swim?
How much of a good time.
The storm is still raging.
Yeah. That's true. That could be
And
that.
you don't have a boat.
Is there something more fun than the lighthouse that doesn't involve me dying?
I can see.
I
the-
mean,
I'm happy
there's
to
a
help
range of things you can
anyone.
go
I
on
can see
for.
the indecision of my teammate, and I just start storm off towards the lighthouse.
Yeah.
I join you in going to the lighthouse.
I follow closely.
I mean, you
behind.
two are
Yeah.
from the keep, so you two
Yeah.
would be immediately,
Yes.
Alright, screw
Following
it.
the
I may
law.
be able to rob these suckers, so I might as well go along to the lighthouse.
okay.
I'm trotting behind because my thirst for knowledge leads me to follow others.
Okay, so...
I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself just in case, and also to keep my belongings under a layer of armor.
It's sensible. Mage armor provides no protection against pickpockets, but it does provide protection against daggers. Mage armor will just basically in your skin. There's like a layer of magic now. It's like a
Fair enough. Still a good idea.
Yeah. So don't get any piercings for the next 8 hours. You're all from out of town, with the exception of Romulus, correct?
I thought I was from town.
Oh yeah, no, you. Sorry, yes.
Yeah, I
you're
just
you're just
hang
the
out with
Glory.
thieves
Yes.
and ruffians.
I'm
Yes.
recently in
Okay,
town.
yes, you're recently in town. So you're the only person who would actually know this,
I'm a local.
because you're a local.
Mm-hmm.
Which may explain your reluctance to go to the lighthouse. The lighthouse has not been operational for about 10 years. Initially, it was just abandoned out of poor maintenance, but since then, there have been some rather violent harpies in the lighthouse. And this is one of the reasons why the lighthouse just hasn't been just generally maintained. Initially, it was laziness, but now it is actually occupado. So, yes, they've asked, the Lord wants you to get those harpies out of that lighthouse.
Well,
But you would be the only person who knows that
Yeah.
the harpies are there.
I don't know.
I continue storming
Okay,
in the storm.
I'm lagging behind like a tiny bit just to watch.
just a tiny
Are
bit.
you
Yeah.
going to be hard pickpocketing us?
Oh, God.
That Harpley counts as a joke.
That's it, I'm out, I'm leaving. I'm going home.
I'm just running behind my little human legs, struggling to keep up with you long.
You kick you in the butt every now and then if it keeps you ahead of me.
Okay,
Is the lead up to the lighthouse
Mhm.
dark, or is it illuminated anyway?
it's totally dark.
I like
I mean,
that.
it's illuminated somewhat by his little flame hand. But you're running along sand and sharp rocks. The tide is low at the moment, not high, which is shitty for boats, but good for you because it means there's more beach to run on. And the way
Surprising with the storm raging as well.
oh no, the storm raging does lift the water level,
Yeah.
but it is low tide. Tide is a more large scale phenomenon than the storm. Because the worst case is when you have like a spring high tide and a storm coincide. That's like when you get flooding and all those kind of bad things.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it is low tide, and because this planet does actually have 2 moons, the tidal pattern is pretty severe. So anyway, yes, you're running along. It's about an hour's run to the lighthouse. Okay.
Do you need a lift?
I mean, obviously I don't because I'm fine, thanks. I'll just
Between
struggle.
breaths.
Between breaths, I'm keeping up with all my gear. Yeah, I've just got leather armour,
His
so
legs are small, but they're powerful.
Ooh.
They're
like
strong.
most things.
Oh my god!
You see the rocks laid the rock path laid out. It's sort of a natural sea barrier that's been built up with more rocks, so you can rush into the sea because the lighthouse protrudes out from the coastline by about 50 meters, and then it's a rather tall building. Not cleanly built like a modern lighthouse. It is actually like stone upon stone. There is mortar, but it's only about 3-4 stories tall. So it's not like insanely tall, but yeah, it's a lighthouse.
How close are we to it now?
So you're at the beach and there's a run up to it. So now you're about 50 meters away.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you're extremely close. Do you guys want to just carry on going or?
Yeah.
So
go for it.
Are there any animals nearby?
No, any animal would take shelter in the storm.
Let's go.
Can I use my druidcraft for a sort of sensory effect with the weather and make it a bit warmer?
No, the storm is way too
Powerful.
to affect in such a short time. So yeah, no, I mean the lighthouse is dark ahead of you. It's it's about 60 feet away. It's in the water. Waves are crashing either side of this very narrow rocky path towards the lighthouse. What are you guys doing?
I'd like to start walking towards the lighthouse ahead of everyone,
Mm-hmm.
just out of pure curiosity.
I pretty much continue with the same stride and gait I've had all the way up to this point.
Confident.
Purposely striding towards
I'm still a bit
Weapon
behind,
drawn?
but
weapon shield.
Well, what weapon are you drawing?
Longsword.
Longsword, okay.
Yeah.
So a longsword is either a one-handed or a two-handed
Yeah.
weapon. Okay,
I
cool.
did that much research.
I've got my quarterstaff, but I'm sort of using it to help me.
Yeah.
Navigate.
Hobble along.
Okay, and are you two following along?
Yeah, I'm still hanging back a little
Cool.
bit, but yeah, I'm keeping a close eye on these idiots.
Okay, so as you're moving along, everyone can see because you've got multiple illumination sources or ways of seeing, but the storm and the wind and the waves are sort of crashing at all sides. Are you proceeding forward at a walk pace or a run pace?
I'm gonna, just striding
Just
towards
striding
it,
forward. Cool. So
I'm
the
willing to keep
waves start crashing into your sides, and a particularly strong wave comes up, and you're a bit worried for your footing. You head forward, and now as you get close enough to the lighthouse door to see it, you'll notice the lighthouse has a bunch of bird nesting, and it looks like all over the place. But what's more important is the lighthouse door has actually been shattered in, and you can't see into the darkness inside the door. Glory and Romulus can see into the darkness, and what they make out, because dark vision's always in grey and white, sort of, what's that word? Monochrome.
Okay.
Monochrome. You can see some small shapes, about yay high, sort of moving about inside.
Can I throw my flame inside to get a better look?
Yeah, you can throw it, and it does 1d8 damage as a ranged attack. So you throw it ahead. There's a splash of light. You notice a little swarm of crabs, quite big ones, scuttling inside, and the flame scares them out onto the walkway where the wind and the rain is pelting you. So please, everyone, roll initiative as the crabs scuttle towards you.
Is that a D8?
Initiative will be at the top. It'll be a D20, top
D20.
middle of your sheet.
Just wanted to know what dice to roll.
D20. Roll a D20. You add that. Okay.
Okay. 14 for me.
12.
3.
14.
14, 12, 3,
What's your initiative plus? Do you not have any?
and
14.
14.
Fair.
Okay. Right.
Oh.
You just sort of threw a fire in there and just went, whoops.
Whoops. Okay. So you are somewhat concerned about your footing because you're in a very narrow very narrow walkway. It's narrow enough that one person could block it fighting wise, but two people could fight abreast, melee. Any maneuvers on here, there's a good chance like a wave or something will come in. The crabs
For fuck's sake.
are not.
Off the table, you idiot.
The crabs are not affected by the rain and the storm because obviously they're scuttling and they're nice and low down to the ground. There is a total of 9 crabs heading towards you.
Can I approach them using animal friendship to try and talk to them, saying they don't
On
mean
your
any harm?
turn, potentially,
Okay.
but you did just cast fire at them.
Yeah.
But I can talk to them and tell them it was a mistake.
Dick move, man. Dick move.
You also rolled 3 in initiative.
You're gonna be the last one.
Okay, so initiative bonus for Jordan is
14.
No, bonus.
Oh, but +2.
And for Glory,
+2.
+2. Okay, which of you wants to go first? Okay,
Hey, you know what?
Oh, no, I'm at the back.
I
You
was
go
going to say, I've
first.
been striding up all the time.
Okay.
I'm just going
You
to
go
lay into them.
first, Yeah.
Okay, then.
I want to see what the fuck you do.
Yeah, I'm just going to basically
Fine.
just immediately... So, are they threatening? Do they look like they're about to, like...
Yeah, no, they're
right,
they're
just
clipping their claws
swing
and like rushing out
swing
of
my
the lighthouse
longsword.
towards you.
One, so shield in one hand, longsword in the other. Just going to swing down
Swing down
At
at the
their
first crab
faces.
you see. Okay, roll to hit.
D8. Oh, well, that's great.
Okay, so whenever we ask you to attack, roll a d20 and your damage dice at the same time. I'll ask you if you've hit and...
Okay.
Okay, what's your hit?
The hit is... So the D20 is the hit, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
plus
it
your
is...
attack.
Yeah, so that's the 13.
13. Okay,
Yeah.
13 hits.
Okay, cool. And damage is 4.
4.
Yeah.
Kills it.
Sweet.
Okay,
Get wrecked.
Glory.
Oh, yeah, it's my turn. Sorry.
There's 8 crabs in front of you.
Burning Hands.
Burning Hands is a cone, I believe I wrote it
15-foot
down.
cone.
15-foot cone, yeah. You would have to step up next to or in front of Jordan to cast it.
Like, it was just call you Jordan.
I was going to say it's Jodan, but...
Jodan, sorry.
Yeah, alright. I'll step up to next to Whitey McWhite Boy here.
Mhm.
Step up, yo.
Yeah.
Step up.
Because
Okay.
what is your saving throw for your spells? It's 8 plus your spell casting, which is charisma, plus your proficiency, which is 2. So 10 plus, what is your charisma bonus?
+4.
Plus 4, so it's 14
yeah.
to save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they've got to roll 14. Okay. And then roll the damage up as a group. So, first crab. So you manage to blast all 8 surviving crabs with that. Fails. 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 Fails.
You suck.
Fails. Fails. Succeeds.
Ooh.
And succeeds. Okay, so 2 succeed. The rest take full damage. How much damage is that?
I need to roll 3d6. So I've only got let's see. 6, 4, and 1.
Okay, 11 damage.
Mhm.
Okay, so you barbecue all of them.
Wow.
Even with half damage, that will go through. The Burning Hands is a level 1 spell, so you have burnt your only level 1 spell slot.
Cool.
Okay.
You guys are on your own from now on. You're
Oh.
welcome, motherfuckers.
I always assumed I was actually with you there.
But yeah, no, Glory steps next to you, basically puts her hands out, utters some arcane symbols, makes her hand go wiggly wave, and then just a huge gushing cone of basically flamethrower just frisk bobs the crabs. They cook in their shells.
That's dinner sorted.
Yeah, who wants crab rangoon?
Yeah, no, the crabs are sorted.
Sauteed, did you say?
Oh, you didn't sauce them properly. In fact, if you cook crabs that hot, they shrink in their shells, something horrid.
Oh.
Oh dear. Wow.
Crab meat's really hard to cook, actually. One of the weird
And
things.
not for you, apparently.
Well, she killed them. I don't know if she cooked them correctly. You could have to crack open a crab to find out.
Cool. Can I just, do a graceful 180 and go, you're welcome?
You're standing next to me.
I don't give a fuck.
You've just said that to people behind me.
Why should no white boy step the hell down?
No one said I was white.
I know, I'm just claiming
I could be black.
For clarity, what is your
I'm
character?
white.
Okay, just checking.
All of it. To be fair, I'm a tiefling. Everyone's white.
I thought the questionable humor was going to come from me. How far up to the top of the lighthouse?
Well, you're not inside it yet,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's 4 stories.
Okay. Is the door open?
The door was
Yes.
smashed in.
Fair enough.
And
Okay, then
destroy
I'm
all
going
the
on
cracks.
ahead in.
You'll notice the remnants of... What's your light source, by the way?
You've got
I've
dark
got
vision,
captured.
haven't you?
Do you have dark vision?
I don't know, where would it
You're
be?
an elf.
You're an elf.
We just
You're
all
just
kind
going
of
to launch
assumed.
fireballs.
Yeah,
around
60
the-
feet dark vision. Just make a note of that.
0 feet. Yeah.
So basically, everyone can see in the dark except the paladin.
Yep.
Where did you all go? Where is it?
Okay. So yeah, as you come in, now remember dark vision is black and white. You make out the ruined shape of a ladder. The ladder is like partially still there. You see bits of it and such. And you see a trap ahead, a trap door.
Like an actual trap or...
A trap door.
Okay.
A trap is what you could just call a trap door. Sorry, brains.
So is the one that swings open or an actual you will fall into?
No. You swing
Okay.
trap
It's a
door
door.
at the
Okay.
top.
Okay.
It's a door in the sea.
Sorry,
Rather
I've been
than a
reading
booby
too
trap.
much naval stuff, and on boats they call it a trap.
It's a door on the ceiling.
A door in the
Okay.
ceiling, yes. And there used to be a ladder that led up to it, but clearly there's the shattered remnants of the ladder lying around.
How high
Okay.
is the
3
trapdoor?
stories.
No, the trapdoor. Sorry, off the on the first.
3 stories. The building itself is 4 stories.
Oh, I have an idea.
Oh, so it's really tall.
Well, no, for a lighthouse.
Yeah, mate, for you, you're
No.
tiny. Like everything's tall
I'm just a
compared to you.
small person, okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just pointing that out.
Critique my life.
With your masonry skill, you can see that the building is still stable, though.
Is it so my turn or is it already...
Well, it's out of combat, so you guys can decide in whatever order.
I want to use my crossbow, and there's probably a rope in my explorer's pack. And
would
if
be.
I use a crossbow to launch up the rope, then either one of us can climb up.
Okay, so you tie a rope around a
Okay.
crossbow bolt,
Yeah.
aim up,
Yep.
and shoot.
And hope it doesn't come back on us.
Not it.
Be nice.
I'm not climbing the rope. No.
Passive perception skill. Does anyone have a passive perception skill above 13?
What would that be?
Below your stats.
Oh, I've got 10.
10.
I've got.
Looks
Oh,
good
I've got
on that.
13.
You've got 13?
Yes.
And Glory?
Guess mine's a passion. Oh, 11. Yeah.
Romulus, you barely make out what it sounds like a bird cry.
Do you want to talk to animals now?
I'd quite like to, if that's okay.
Oh no, you just make it out over the noise of the storm just after the crossbow bolt thuds into the trapdoor.
Oh. Right.
Probably more like.
We don't notice bird songs.
In that case, can I walk up to the rope and just being quite light, start to climb it?
Are you going to let Romulus climb the rope before you? Or are you going to go?
Yeah,
first?
sure. How much do you weigh?
I weigh.
He's a small person.
146 pounds. I'm on the heavier scale
Oh.
of.
Yeah, if he can climb it, I will be able to climb it. It's fine.
Stress testing. Okay, give me acrobatics check. No, athletics check. Sorry, athletics check.
Strength +1. Well, it's. What's
You
my
gotta
roll?
roll.
Do you have it as a
dice.
proficient skill?
No.
Okay, so then it's just strength modifier.
17.
Okay, and that's good enough to climb up.
I was born around
Okay.
trees. I've been climbing since a young boy.
I thought he was just going to finish at I was born. Like, well done. Great
Okay.
observation there.
So, as you climb to the top, you realise you're holding onto a rope on a crossbow bolt that is shot into the trapdoor.
Yeah, because you didn't exactly think that through, did you?
I also didn't climb it first.
But can we pull the trapdoor down? Or is it a push-up one?
If the trapdoor was a down one,
would
Yeah,
already
he
be
open
open.
already.
it would either be open or there would be
You'd be dead.
yeah.
Okay,
How much do
I'm
you
at-
trust me to shoot a crossbow bolt next to you?
But what?
So
Can I
there's
just sort of-
masonry next. It's a stone building.
Oh, but like the area around the trapdoor, is that wood or would that
Stone.
Oh.
I just sort of cackled to myself.
Could
a
I
little bit,
could
like,
I
on the ground.
use my druid craft to create a small? So with that, I can do
So
A small
don't talk
weather
down.
effect.
Yeah, so
sorry, like a small weather effect. So can I do a sudden gust of winds that blows me upwards, and also manages to blow?
not strong enough to blow you upwards. No, that would be
So I
would
just-
be significant.
I just sway
wind.
slightly on the rope.
Well, how strong is Mage Hand?
Mage Hand is strong enough to pick up a small object. I believe it's like 5 pounds.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I could have used Mage Hand to open that door.
Yeah, because even if we used it at the same time, it might have increased, but no.
What's
Not
the
enough.
trapdoor made of? Is it planks of wood?
Planks of wood.
Could I use my quarterstaff to jab at one of them to try and knock a plank loose?
Small hole.
So, like most trapdoors, there is
Crossbeams.
there is crossbeams.
Mm.
So yeah, if you've got a sharp thing, you might be able to, like, if you've got an axe or something, you might be able to
I've got
chip away.
scimitar. I could
Scimitar.
scimitar.
Yeah.
Sorry. I could slash at it.
Hack at it with scimitar. Scimitar wouldn't be great, but you could potentially use a scimitar.
I mean,
Unless you've got climbing pitons, or you guys can come up with another way of dealing with the problem.
I'm afraid I'm still just hanging from this.
Yeah.
rope.
yeah.
Any ideas over there, Paladin?
Still trying to transfer
Yeah,
all
Fantasy
this
Jordan,
information.
come on.
Um,
You have not exactly been TM helpful so far.
I killed one. You killed the rest. What have they done?
I'm hanging
I
from
think
a
they're
rope,
currently
thank you
hanging
very
from
much.
ropes, to be fair.
Well, he is currently
I could
hanging
stop
on-
that
I thought you said
hanging
you were
happen.
running after him.
No.
Okay.
Is there a
Okay.
space in the masonry where I
Okay,
can
with
wedge
them,
my
yeah.
scimitar as a sort of?
Potentially,
Ledge.
yeah, you can go for that. That would be an athletics check.
So that is.
It would be a, to give you an
Plus one.
idea, it would be a moderate difficulty, so it would be a DC 15.
DC 15. Okay. 20.
20.
Plus 1.
Fuck, no,
Okay.
20, success. You put in the scimitar, you make a good strong foothold, okay? And you want to push up the...
I want to like half an inch so I can see what's up there.
Okay, you lift it up just a little bit, and a bit of straw comes down.
It gets you right in the eye.
No, you're careful enough. You're like a little bit up, and you can kind of see in. But obviously, it's very dark in there. There's no light source in there. But with your dark vision, you can kind of see in. Let us see. You cannot make out any large figures. You do see one or two bird feathers sort of waft down with the straw. Or the nests and stuff.
Okay, I'm not going to produce flame because obviously nature's my best friend. And I wouldn't want to catch the straw on fire and disturb anything that lives within it.
I beg to differ.
So I'm going to leave the scimitar in the wall for others to stand on and potentially support themselves if they're not too heavy and break my sword. And I'm just going to slide down the rope to let someone else climb up.
Okay, so he comes down. What are you guys doing?
So what did you see?
Straw and some feathers. Just some straw and some
Yeah, for
feathers.
these guys.
So why did you come
These guys.
back?
Because I don't want to hurt anything that's up there.
We might have to.
Okay, step
Okay,
aside.
okay, curious question. Now that he's not on the rope, now would Mage Hand be able to open that trapdoor?
Oh, yes.
My sword's still in the.
Potentially.
Yeah, but if the trapdoor's actually open, we wouldn't have to worry
Considering
about...
that there's two of you with Mage Hand,
Yeah.
the two of you working together, yeah.
Alright, Elfie McElfson. If we both use... I'm assuming you know Mage Hand.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, standard. Wink, wink, standard.
Yeah.
Winking for the sake of the microphone. If we both use Mage Hand,
Yes.
pretty sure we can open that door.
I like that plan.
Because between you and me, I don't trust Shorty. So,
We should be good, yes.
cool. Alright, we both use Mage Hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch out for my sword.
Mage Hand opens the door, and I don't need to make a listen check for that. All of a sudden, a wonderful musical melody starts drifting in. You can hear it echo down the lighthouse, bounce off the walls. And I need you all to make a wisdom save. So wisdom saving throw. Under your saving throws, a check. It'll be top left of the sheet. You may be proficient in it. You may not be proficient in it.
Okay, what dice do I throw for
Yeah.
it?
How do you...
D20.
Yeah.
Unless I say otherwise, it's always a D20.
Cool.
So I have 12.
14.
9.
12, 14, 9,
10.
10. Okay, so 9 and 10. So that is Leo and Jordan. Sorry, Jojo.
Just call him Fantasy
Just call
Jordan.
me Joe.
That makes
Just
sense.
Joe will do.
No, sorry,
Also,
say
it's
the name again.
Leori.
Joe Dan.
Jodan.
Joe
Okay.
or Dan will do. Just not
Joe Dan.
Jordan.
It's just ruined your plans.
Jordan.
This entire...
Jordan. Okay, Jodan.
Yeah.
Jodan and Leo the elf.
Jordan.
Leori,
Jordan.
yes.
Jordan.
You fail.
Oh.
And you fall under the spell of this
Hell.
beautiful song. And you are currently incapacitated as you lift off into a dreamland and your eyes glaze over.
This is my jam.
Start doing some
Hey.
white boy dancing.
Yeah.
You two manage to throw off the mind-altering
Yeah,
effects of the song.
Kind of expected
And-
harpies.
Yeah, you hear.
I knew they were
Yeah,
there.
you hear a harpy song come
Yeah.
down from up above. You also
Harpies, there.
hear, as the harpy song happens, you also hear the fluttering of other wings, smaller wings.
Baby.
So that rope is no longer there.
Okay,
is it?
so initiative from everyone, including the stunned. Actually, the stunned ones, I'm just going to put you on 1 and 2. Can Glory and Romulus give me their initiatives?
Oh, like I fell off the map. That's
3.
9.
You know, no initiative, I forgot. Jeez, no initiative.
I
Okay.
was
That's what's
raised
wrong
in
with, that's what's wrong
isolation.
with halflings these days.
So,
Just no initiative.
The harpy is too busy
I'm
singing.
not a halfling, I'm a human.
Sorry, what's wrong with humans these days? No initiative.
Yes, the harpy is busy singing, and at the same time, there are 4 bloodhawks flying down. So these are crimson feathered hawks, and they come down to attack you. They will start. They'll ignore the 2 thing, and I'm going to say you're tall, he's short.
Yeah.
You're going to get attacked first.
Cool. I have daggers, so I will use
Okay.
them to try and help. resist.
Okay, so they get advantage because there's a mob of them attacking you. And their attack is beak, so they're pecking you. Okay, so what's your armor
Cover your
class?
eyes.
13.
13. So advantage. First one hits. Second one hits. Third one hits. Oh god, the fourth one potentially crits. The fourth one crits.
Am I going to lose both my eyes? Like, what's it?
2 hit, yeah, they all hit, and the last one crits. How much health do you have?
Hit points, I'm guessing that is?
Yeah.
Oh my
8.
god.
Oh shit!
Stop killing me already! Jesus Christ.
Dice.
First session!
No, I think.
I die by bird! I'm literally made of fire! How can
Yeah.
I die by bird?
You're
How
a
much
bit wet.
health are you on?
I have 8 right now.
8. You're on -1. You're bleeding and unconscious on the floor as the birds peck at you
Oh my god.
horribly.
I'd like to picture myself currently
You're not dead
twerking.
yet. You're unconscious. Someone can stabilize you.
We're still twerking, aren't we? To this,
You're
this
still
song.
twerking to the harpy song.
And they don't
I
attack
don't
the twerkers,
twerk.
they go straight for me.
You don't twerk.
Well, no, because they are
Doesn't
intelligent.
you're
pirouetting.
I have elf respect.
She's a
Oh.
trained ballerina.
Is she?
So, Romulus,
Yes.
you better pull something big out the hat.
Well,
So size is not your thing,
how
is
many,
it?
how many
though?
crabs did I kill earlier?
Oh, you killed
Beneath the clothing.
8 crabs.
I killed motherfucking 8 crabs earlier. You better damn well save my life.
4 birds.
um,
Do you-
Yeah.
watching.
Killed 8 crabs, 4 birds took me down.
To be
I
fair,
made
the
a
crabs
fire.
didn't hit you.
4 birds took me down. this is true.
Watching the bird slowly peck at your face
Arouses
fills me with...
I thought you'd
Can't
totally
you
chill.
talk to animals?
I can talk to animals, but I feel as though these might be too aggressive for my magical ways. So I'm going to run at them, screaming, stay away from my fellow...
Please tell
We're
me
not
you
really
have some
friends.
kind of area of attack thing.
Oh.
Some magic.
I've just got a quarter staff.
Throw another fireball.
My scimitar's still
Actually,
up there by the
Should've just
trapdoor.
used the crossbow earlier.
He left his sword.
My sword's still in it.
I forgot all about this.
Yeah, his sword is currently 3 stories above us.
I decide to try animal friendship and say that we're not here to cause harm. We're here to just turn the light on. There's been issues.
Okay, I'll recap the scene for you. Seeing as
I'm
Romulus
unconscious
doesn't
and
seem to
bleeding.
be the smartest. You've got 2 companions.
I've got strong
You've got 2
wisdom.
companions who are currently in some kind of magical trance because of this music that they're hearing.
You're a druid, right?
Okay?
Yes.
Can't
You've
you
got...
fucking heal me?
No.
Do you not have any healing?
He
No.
can do a stabilize check on you, but that's best done out of combat because at the moment there's a lot of...
I do have a herbalism kit, but I'm not sure if I can heal you from that.
Yes. You can do just a stabilize roll, it's fine.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, I'm going to rush forward with my quarterstaff and scream and
Flail.
flail.
okay.
Wait, quarterstaff or flail?
As in
What do you-
flail my quarterstaff around.
Joking.
Okay, you wield your quarterstaff. So, roll me an attack roll and damage roll on one of the birds.
So... Yes, so it's
9 won't hit.
Oh.
You miss.
You just...
They're birds!
You flailed.
Does it disturb them at all, or do they continue pecking?
I mean,
Birds!
they're somewhat disturbed and they're going to start pecking at you.
Oh, great.
But have you walked through a crowd of pigeons before? Like, they'll move for a brief period and then
No,
they'll go back to eating on the flesh of the dying person.
I've only talked to the
Pigeons.
birds outside my thing.
Pigeons.
I've only been in town for about
Pigeons
a week.
will eat flesh if you give them a chance.
I haven't seen a
so-
dying person. Have you walked through pigeons eating a dying person before? No. What life experience have you had, Cat?
Okay, the harpy continues singing.
This is
It's
all
a
new
dark
to me.
place as well. I'm from the country.
The harpy
Christ.
continues singing. There's no reason for you guys to make a saving throw because no one's...
So we're listening to music and we're in a trance. We're listening to trance music. Just occurred to me.
Okay, Bloodhawks on you, and again, one
We're
target
not just
being mobbed.
Blue by Alpha
There's-
65. I'm blue. Ba-ba-dee.
What's your armor class?
It's light, it's leather armour.
So what's your arm? No.
It says at the
At
top.
the very
Oh,
top, there's a
11,
big
11.
number. 11.
11.
Okay, so first one hits.
Turn it up to 11.
Second one hits. Third one hits. I'm not even having to add anything
Oh my
to this.
God.
I'm
You're
just
getting wrecked,
rolling.
bro. You're getting wrecked. Man.
Okay, how much health do you have?
You all laugh at me. You all
I've
laugh
got
at
10
me.
hit points.
You might actually survive one round. At least you didn't get critted.
This
So
is
that's
true.
4 damage, 8 damage. God. You're down for the count.
Oh my god!
Party is disabled.
So, what am I on?
-1.
Oh my god.
Oh, same as me.
So you're both dying,
We're both
bleeding
dying.
out, and we're just raving in a corner. So we're like doing silent disco at the moment.
So I'm just laid on the floor twitching.
So, Tay, how much health do you have?
I have 12.
Okay, what's your armor class?
18.
18.
Paladin might
Miss.
actually be useful for something.
And... Miss?
So I thought the DM
Yeah,
rolls
just-
high. Like, Jesus Christ.
No, I mean, he does have 18 armor.
tank.
No.
I'm a
You do
freaking
roll
tank.
high, though.
I do
Mine was
roll.
13.
I watched her
Like,
roll
where's
some of those. They were brutal.
And miss. So, 1 hit, but from the bird. 3 damage.
3 damage.
3 damage.
She's still entranced.
No, you get to make a saving throw.
Oh, what do I do?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. So it's a d20
Plus your wisdom saving throw.
plus my wisdom saving throw. I get 15.
15. Okay.
Alright.
15 is enough to break it.
Thank
You're now
you.
awake.
Did I get injured?
Yes.
Okay, let me see. So 3.
3 damage.
So I go down to 9. I guess
Yeah.
I wrote that down. Okay, cool.
Okay. Your turn.
I swing.
Do you have healing magic?
I do have lay my hands on somebody type thing. But I'm the only person awake right now. This is awkward.
Yeah, you may need someone to help you.
Who's gonna die in a second? Oh, actually, hold on. I can probably just tank everything for a bit. Right, who wants something? You're more useful.
Both of us are minus.
Yeah, but you're more useful.
But I'm cute.
Like I said,
I've got a beard.
she's more useful.
I can produce flame.
Fire.
But you're like deep fire. I'm more smouldering fire.
Here comes the smolder.
Okay. I lay my hands on.
Okay, you ain't lay your hands on it. You ain't fuck
Prepare
that.
to
You
get
are
laid.
unconscious. It's like unable to consent, I'm afraid.
I don't even blow my
I
hands or
thought you
anything.
said that
I
this
don't
was going to be sick. PG6, no rape.
I don't even
Okay,
warm my
no,
hands
yeah,
up.
go
I
ahead.
just go straight for it.
Jesus.
Shink.
Cold, wet hands.
I lay my hands
The
on
worst
you.
kind
No,
of
actually,
touches.
they're light and they're warm and they're glowy and a nice warm sensation flows through you from his hands.
Oh yeah, I get that a lot. So I can heal I'll heal the creature.
I'll kill them.
Hold on.
But it's still
I'm going to
conscious,
heal
you can't heal this.
for 2 points just to bring you back to consciousness.
So you'll be two hit points, not minus.
So-
you'll be on 2.
Oh, okay. So
It starts from
the
0.
minus, so okay, that's fine.
Okay, so that leaves me still with a pool of 3 points to use on El Dorco later.
Okay. Is lay on hands full action?
Oh, once for long rest. Oh, just give it the full 5 then.
Okay.
Yeah, full 5 at that point
so
then.
split.
So you're just going to have to drag my body around.
Yeah, afraid so. I can't do anything for you. She'll have to save you now.
Okay.
I've got no
I'm
healing
dinner.
magic, so I can't.
Okay. Well, it's
No
Cat's
healing.
turn.
Cool.
Glory, what are you doing?
I'm not. Okay.
No one
Yeah,
has
you're still-
disturbed you or given you a reason to make a saving throw. You're still allured by the song the harpy's singing.
How many birds are there?
4.
Okay, there's 4 of them.
Are you going to help me up from twitching on the floor?
I
Or
don't have any
shove me.
healing.
You're not so much twitching as silently lying there and bleeding a
There's
bit.
literally, I've got literally nothing that will help you.
I've been in town for 1
I
week.
mean,
no, I'm bleeding out.
I have a
on
light
stone cold floor.
crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use that to try and shoot the
You
birds?
can. What are your spell options?
Well, I use my spell slot.
But you've got cantrips. Your cantrips you can use as many times as you want.
Okay, so it's not those 2 that are on there because I've got other cantrips. Oh no, never mind.
And
Yeah, it's those 2, which is create bonfire and mage hand.
Yeah, no, neither of those are going to be useful right
That's
now.
why I was like, maybe
Yeah.
I should just.
It's keep my
Yeah.
bleeding body
Or it's
warm.
just
Yeah.
Shove me with your mage hand or
So
something.
now, because you guys are still all new to D&D, generally in a round you can move, attack, and speak about 6 words to 10 words kind of thing, right? So we generally say that's a normal action, a move action, and like a quick or swift action, right? So, for example, nudging Leon in the ribs is like a move action. That's just like, that's not a hard thing to do. That won't take you full round.
Are we still relatively close together?
Oh no! I mean, it's very tight quarters. I mean, it's a lighthouse. Only about. It's narrower than this room, so it's about 2 meters across.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Screw it. If that's enough to wait, because I didn't know.
It's enough to give her a saving throw. Him a saving throw. Sorry.
Fine. Yeah, I'll jab him in the ribs.
Okay. And crossbow on one of the birds.
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Do I need
So
to do
just
anything
roll
with
a
my
d20
damage?
and the damage at the same time,
Okay.
and add your attack to the
That's not
d20.
20. That's one. And then I've got an attack bonus with the crossbow, which is +4. Does that go on the d20?
That
or...
goes on the d20.
Okay, so that's 16.
So it hits easy.
No,
Yeah.
no problem. Yeah.
And
That's
damage?
4 damage.
4 damage.
Mhm.
Cool. You managed to take down one of the hawks.
Awesome. That's for trying to take out my eyes,
Oh,
bitch.
so there's no plus to your damage. There was no. So
No,
did you roll
it's
before?
a crossbow.
It's a crossbow.
Oh, it doesn't do any addition.
No.
It's just what you roll. Full stop.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Destroy the bird.
1 bird down.
Cool. Saving throw for you.
Okay, that's
Wisdom.
a d20. Wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, no pluses on that. 15, yes.
15,
Nice.
you're good. You're out of it.
Yes. Okay, can I do an attack on this round?
No, not yet, because it is Romulus, bleed.
Oh, okay.
Then it is before Jodan, it is the birds, because the birds are now on 2.
Boys.
The harpy is no longer singing because no one is under a spell. Yeah. The harpy slams down, wings abreast. So the harpy looks like a fully naked woman with very gaunt hair. It's almost sort of a mockery of the humanoid form, with big long wings and bird-like appendages.
Hot.
Sort of where the
Still
hands are. Speaking of that, lands next to you. 2 claw attacks on you. Oh no, 1 claw attack, 1 club attack.
Oh, great.
Stand correct.
Sweet.
So,
Normal class 18. Bring it.
miss. And
Ping pong.
hit. 4 damage.
Damn.
Bludgeoning.
Yeah, that's not
So-
one of those assholes.
3 birds. I'm just going to roll
Okay.
to see who they attack. Sorry, I need to assign. So we assign you 1 and go like that. So first bird attacks Cat.
Fun.
Second bird attacks Tay. And third bird attacks Lenore. So we'll start with Lenore. What's your armor class?
15 now with mage armor.
Miss. And your armor class?
13.
Hit. And
18.
18. Miss.
Yeah.
Okay, how much health do you have?
5.
5. Oh, okay. You can actually stand to take 1 peck. You take
Singular bag.
7 damage.
2 damage.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Man, you're getting
I'm
wrecked.
gonna need a proper rest after this.
Why did it have to be birds? Damn it.
Birds. Okay, yeah, and they hit you
Used
for.
all my
Oh,
fire on the
you said they
crab.
missed me.
Oh yeah, they missed you. Sorry, brains running through.
Hit you for 0.
But yeah. But
Yeah,
that's it.
The
Yeah.
harpy hit you.
Oh yeah,
Happy,
I've already been.
yeah.
I've already got wrecked by.
Okay, now it is Lenore.
Okay, so I'm gonna go attack with my longsword. So I'm gonna use it 2-handed.
Against the harpy or against birds?
Thinking the birds.
The birds are easy to kill
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have much health, right?
Mhm.
So you can take them out relatively quickly.
Mm.
The harpy is a much more fearsome foe.
Okay, then I'm gonna take out the bird first, but instead of my longsword, I'm gonna use my firebolt on that, because that's a cantrip, so that's also a D10.
You're in very
13.
close quarters.
Oh.
You probably don't want to cast magic because you'd have the disadvantage.
Oh god.
I'm fireproof, I'm fine.
No, I'm still
I'm
gonna.
still
okay,
drenched
then I'm
in
gonna
water.
use the same
My
roll,
sword's
but
still
for a
up.
Yeah?
longsword, so that's still the
You're also
D10.
dead.
Okay.
So I got
dead.
13. I don't know if I
Your
add
sword's
anything.
four.
Yeah.
Just-
Where it says longsword is a plus.
Yeah. Plus 3, so that's 16.
16, and that's on a bird.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
5 damage.
Birds destroyed. Down to 2
Yeah.
birds.
Awesome, 2 birds.
Get wrecked.
Okay. Moving to the top. Glory, it's your go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Romulus, sorry. You needed to make a death save throw.
Oh god.
Sorry.
God.
Roll,
Don't
just
die.
roll a d20. Don't add anything to it. You want to roll above 10. Well, 10 or above.
Oh.
No, how much?
3.
That's not a d20, is it?
Nice.
Oh, no, it's okay. Sorry. 3.
I've
So
seen
colour
one.
in one of the death save boxes as a
God.
failure. You're basically, when those fill up, you die.
Wow.
Okay.
So my heart stopped for a little
So,
second.
Glory.
Okay.
Maybe little heart.
So I'm gonna use my crossbow again on one of the birds
Okay.
because we've only got 2 birds
Reckon.
left. So that is a D20
Take 'em
and a
down.
D8. So that's 17 plus 4 on my attack bonus. So obviously
Hits.
that is 21.
Damage.
For 1
Only 1 damage. You wing one of the birds. Sort of flutters.
Wing the bird.
It sort
Just
of flutters.
clips it.
Yeah.
Clip its
Clips
wings.
Yeah.
Okay. Romulus, you need to make another death save.
Oh no. Ooh.
Well,
Yeah,
he-
that's
the
'cause
last
we
one was
didn't
the
do
last
it
one.
last time. Yeah.
God. Did you just die already?
No.
Keep
Oh, the
track of
dice
your
lucky.
D20s, guys.
Oh my god. Is
Sorry.
that a critical?
Romulus has some.
Did you roll a
pretty-
1?
You rolled a 1.
No, it's a 7.
Is that 7?
One's there. It's a
Oh,
7 on
right.
top.
That is a 7.
A 1
Oh,
would
yeah.
have killed you.
Oh, would be a critical fail, so double.
Double donks.
You are lucky that's a 7, but you're also
Someone
unlucky.
might want to do a first aid check on him.
Yeah.
Can someone bring me back to
Jordan.
life, please? I'm really hurt.
Anything else you can do?
Are you singing Evanescence?
You're not the Energizer Bunny, are you?
Go, freaking! Alright then. Is it me
I
now?
don't even know fodder.
No, it is the enemies because they go before you.
Not good.
Damn it. Again?
Oh no, sorry, no,
Yeah, I
they
was
go
gonna
after
say.
you. Sorry, brains.
I
Brains.
haven't
They
go in
after you.
between the 2 attacks.
Yeah, go.
Cool. So I'm going to once again swing my sword at the harpy.
So the
this
harpies
time.
engaged you in combat, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm going to swing my big sword at the harpy.
Mm-hmm.
Grab that bad boy. What was it again? It was a D8. D8. Nope. Nope. Yes. 15 for attack.
Hits.
Sweet. And it takes a grand total of 9 damage.
9 damage.
And that won't kill it because I remember that last time we fought something. It lasted an eternity of pummeling.
No, I mean, the blade cuts across his chest, and it definitely takes a wound. Generally, I will describe to you when something's taken half of its health, because then I'll say that it's bloodied and looking a bit, weary and tired. But it has not yet taken half of its health of damage.
Cool.
The harpy turns to you, slams, claw misses, and the club misses.
Just what does my shield do? I mean, I'm holding a shield. It doesn't seem to do a lot.
It adds to your armor class if you calculate it correctly.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's what it does.
First time
Your
D&D,
armor is
guys.
really high.
Yeah, no, that was without the shield being. Okay, you know what? We'll come back to that.
What armor are you wearing?
Chainmail. Oh yeah. That is the combined
I was
combined
about to
value.
say. 'Cause
Yeah, that's definitely right. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Phew, I was using
that
the whole
number is
time.
high.
Good.
Yeah.
I was using it the entire time.
Cool. Just checking. Okay, so the birds
Yeah.
going around the table.
Birds doing the rounds.
One attacks you.
Yeah, of course.
One attacks you.
Of course. You okay?
Yeah,
Okay, so even split.
Even split.
So, Jodan.
Yeah.
Oh, potential crit.
Oh yeah, I love when she gets excited about that.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill you. It's the nice. Ooh.
No, it doesn't crit,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but it does deal 4 damage.
Four damage.
That's max.
That's a problem.
How
So
much you
guys,
on?
I might die soon. I've got 1 health left. 1 health.
Did it
Jesus.
miss me or did it? I'm always assuming it's hitting, so
You must look horrendous.
I
Yeah.
What's your armor
I can't
class?
tell.
Yeah.
13.
13.
Does that count? Does it hit me or does it miss?
Hits you.
What?
Oh,
Has it got the same number?
Oh no, that was out without the bonus. I just rolled a 13. With a bonus, it's
I'm already dead, so do that again.
No. You're bleeding out. It's +4 to the attack. So yeah. So 3 damage.
Yeah, I'm on 0.
Okay.
Okay. Ducky.
Guns and loot.
Ducky's armor class 12.
12.
No, it's higher because she's got mage armor. So they miss
Okay.
because she's got mage armor on.
Yeah, it's 13 or something.
No, it's
I
up
need to
to
get
15.
me some mage armor.
Yeah.
Says the
I-
person who is not me.
I need to get up off the floor. I'm still.
Okay.
Oh, I'm on the floor again.
You're probably just gonna die now.
Well, no, he could potentially make his death safe. I
So you're
hope.
probably gonna die now.
I really fucking hope
I
because
spent
no
so
one has.
long building
It's
Romulus.
because no one's actually attended to you. So
That's because none of us
10
have
minutes
slept
last
there
night,
today.
I'm still alive.
We're all fucking.
she's been all
we're all magical creatures with no healing magic.
Help me.
I've got +2 medicine. Can I use it on him?
it is your turn,
Yeah.
and yes, you may.
Okay, that's a d20.
D20.
Oh god.
Okay,
Oh god.
that's +2. 13.
13. DC for a stabilized roll is.
Help me.
I'm on the ground now as well. So.
Blood's trickling down my mouth.
Luckily, it's not a tall order.
Oh.
No, don't get short with me.
Oh god. Isn't that
People
a
are
little too much?
People are going to be like, oh, how was your D&D streaming thing? How did I go? It's like, we spend most of our time groaning all the little jokes.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't like puns, you might as well go back to Canary Wharf.
Yes,
Oh.
you are stable on 0 hit points, which means you are conscious. You cannot move beyond a move action. So if you have a healing potion or something, you could drink it. But any attack or something you do will basically cause your stitches to pop, and you'll start bleeding again.
Magic stitches.
So yeah.
Nice.
Can I wrap myself in my winter blanket, or will that pull my stitches?
That would probably pull your stitches to open your backpack and pull out a winter blanket.
Can I request someone to cover me with a winter blanket? Because I'm a bit.
I'm
can't
a bit
move.
busy.
Someone's
I'm
just
a little
seen
bit
to your
busy.
wounds in the middle of a fucking fight.
I killed 2 birds. I killed 2 birds and 6 crabs.
This is my first week out of isolation.
No, 8 crabs.
8 crabs. I have the highest kill count so far.
Yeah.
And I cannot move.
Oh, and clear your death track, by the way.
Oh, yay!
So, now that... Oh, your death save, please.
D20.
D20.
Take your D20 back.
Shit's
Christ.
messed up. We're getting
14.
14, you're
Success,
fine.
yes.
Success. Put a success in there.
success.
If you get 3 successes, then you stabilize yourself.
No worries.
So, independent.
Don't die!
I'm a strong, independent woman.
Yeah.
I don't need any of these men.
Oh, we'll leave you then.
Okay, speaking
That's
of
fine, I was
which,
planning on robbing you.
Romulus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Romulus, you are you
Do you have a
able to
potion?
do anything?
Do you have a
Cry?
potion?
Can you cry? Can you offer...
I've got my herbalism kit, but I feel like I'll pull my stitches if I go and try and open my bag to get my herbalism kit to try and make something to fix me.
Do you want to roll for tears?
Can I roll for a tiny violin?
I did not expect to need the rules for dying in the first session.
Jesus. Get Rexon.
I also...
But in Claire's house, when we play D&D, the rules do not matter.
Ooh.
She will destroy you.
No.
Does the harpy have any weaknesses, like any fears or
Probably
things?
fire.
If you had, if you were a bard or if you had certain things, you could potentially roll on that.
Because I've got my druidcraft, which I can do a 5-foot sensory effect, which can be sound or like a scent, like a skunk.
It has to be something natural.
Skunk.
Can I make a wolf howl?
Yes. Grab it
Yes,
Yeah,
you could make a
harpy.
wolf howl.
Would that freak out the?
Harpy?
Yeah.
Probably not in the middle of combat. I mean, you could try. You
might
would need
distract.
a...
Can I make the noise of a sexy male harpy? Be like, hey!
Imitate a
So,
harpy
okay,
song?
let's put it more like this, yeah? If you're in the middle of a real, brutal street fight and then you heard a woman go, hey there, are you going to look around and wonder, oh, who's that?
You'd be a little bit distracted. You'd be like, oh,
Marginally.
No, you could maybe potentially cause a disadvantage on the creature.
Or I can do a weather effect, so I could do a thunderstorm to
But
distract her.
casting magic is somewhat
Already
intensive.
installed.
You're in a massive fucking storm.
Yeah.
Can you just leave the room? I mean, at this moment in time, I feel
Yeah,
more...
I feel
So
like
here we go.
if
Death
I
saving
drag my
throws.
body out
Instant
through
death,
the
fully
doorway.
unconscious.
No.
Stabilizing creature.
She said...
If he leans, you can use your action to administer stable, but does remain. Okay, so yeah, you are. Yeah, you're in a pretty shit place.
Okay. I'm just gonna lay here and
I don't know why I needed to
feel
look
sorry
that up.
for
You're in a
myself.
pretty shit place.
I'm gonna wish I was back in isolation. Just
Okay.
In the house.
I feel
grew
like
up in.
you've expended more than 6 seconds of combat just moaning and groaning,
wanna
and
be
gurgling. So it would be on to Jodan.
Alright, I'm going to hit the harpy again.
Go for it.
Get to the chopper. So, 19. Oh, I mean, I definitely hit the freaking thing.
Mhm.
It's like 24. And oh my god, my damage is 4. Yeah.
Now
I
you
tickle
know.
it.
Now
I tickle
you
it
know.
gently.
Now you know how I feel.
No, I don't,
When
because
I got it with a
I've not been
crossbow.
unconscious yet.
Oh.
Sick burn.
But you can't hear it because you're unconscious.
Oh, she's like...
I will destroy you.
You can't.
I'm
'cause you're
sorry.
unconscious.
I think she's dreaming really mean dreams about me right now. Why is she snarling on the floor?
So the harpy is attacking you.
Oh god.
Yeah, don't forget about that.
That hits with the first attack and hits with the second.
Awkward.
How much health are you on?
Does
I'm
it crit?
on 1. Do you want to just miss twice?
I just hit twice.
Yeah, but
So,
do you wanna hit for 0? You can't hit for 0, can you?
No.
So I just lie down now.
how much is your total health? Because I just need to determine if this is instant death.
My total health is 12. Well, it would be 12.
Okay, so it's not instant death, but
Yeah.
you're bleeding out.
Oh, great.
Great.
Cody, can you make some space? I need to lie down.
I'm unconscious, remember?
We're all
I
laid
can't
on the
hit
floor.
So, do I land on one? Do I land on him and he dies instantly? Oh.
Your shoulder armor going straight into my face.
I knew harpies were here.
You didn't tell us!
She could have climbed up and set the straw on fire.
Yeah. To be fair, I kind of dug my own hole here.
Yeah.
By
You
not
should have just
having
freaking set a
harpies
fireball going straight up through there and then...
But I grew up in nature. I'm not the one inclined to violence. Like, I'm serene given ultimate disaster, so I'm laid on the floor. I'm quite calm, but I'm moaning quite hurt.
Okay. It's really bad at the moment. Basically, we have Romulus on 0 health, bleeding but stable. We have Glory, bleeding
Unconscious.
and dying. And we have Jodan, bleeding and dying.
So, actually, what happened to my stuff? So, you hit me twice, so what should I just put myself on -1 immediately?
No,
Or
they
do I-
just, yeah, put yourself at -1. Like,
Minus
you're
1.
basically, you're bleeding out. You didn't take enough damage to instantly die,
Good to know.
but you're bleeding out. It's pretty much up to you. Leo, what
can
what
do it.
spells or rabbits out of your hat can you pull?
Take it to the
I don't know if it's going to be worth stabilizing either of them because they're not going to be doing much.
No,
There's
what's
some things that wanna
what's your
murder
biggest spells you have?
I already used one of them, Mage Armor,
Yeah,
and the other one is the
I mean
Witch
you can
Bolt.
use Mage Armor again, but yeah, Witch Bolt. Okay.
But that's best for a big target.
There's a big
Okay,
target right
keep in
here.
mind,
This freaking
yeah,
herpes. This
You're the
herpes.
only person standing.
Kill the
Oh yeah,
herpes.
okay, I'm going to use the Witch Bolt then.
You had that? What?
Yeah.
I'm joking. She was very
Lightning damage, that's a 1d12. so
Okay,
that's-
first you need to make an attack. Your magic
Okay,
attack.
yeah. So magic attack, that's the...
It's listed under your weapons. okay.
Oh yeah, that's +4 on the d20. 20.
Oh.
Okay, so that hits, and
then the
it's
firebolt is the witch bolt is
yeah, it's
1d12.
lightning damage. So yeah.
1d12, and it's 8 plus... 8. It's just
8 damage, okay. And the lightning continues, and as long as you concentrate on that, it'll continue to do damage.
Concentrate.
But bear in mind that if you get attacked, you're going to have to make a saving
You
throw
mean
to
like
continue
now?
concentration.
Like right this moment.
Yes, so the harpy
God.
turns around at you. It's taken 8 damage. That means it's taken a total of 21 damage, and that means it's bloodied.
Yeah. Half damage.
Well, more than half.
Oh, more than half
More than
damage.
half.
Yay.
Okay. It comes at you and attacks you. What's your armor again? 15, right?
with the mage armor, yeah.
With the mage armor. Okay, miss and a hit, and the one bird misses, and the other bird misses. Okay, so with the club that it hit you with, it deals 5 damage.
Oh god. Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
now I need
shit.
you to make
God.
a concentration check.
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw.
So it needs amendments. That's 18.
Okay, you're still concentrating. Okay, your witch bolt's still good. Roll damage.
Damage again, okay. 1d12 is
And you have to focus on that, like, can you do nothing else?
3.
3 damage. Okay, so it's taken a total of 24 damage.
I think it's...
You doing anything else?
Can I still attack it with anything?
Oh, okay, no, you can do other things. You can attack as normal.
Yes! I'm gonna attack. I'm guessing one-handed with the longsword.
Why one-handed?
Because I'm concentrating on the spell.
No.
Okay, two-handed with the longsword. That would be...
Apparently it's normal actions as long as she doesn't take damage or tries to cast another spell that requires concentration.
Oh, nice.
9 plus...
What's your 2 hit?
9 plus 3 is 12.
12
and
hits?
I hit 8.
Oh, wait, no. 12 to hit, right?
Hmm?
Your 2 hit. What's your 2 hit?
What do you mean with 2 hits?
What's your
To
attack
hit.
roll?
Yeah.
It's plus 3 on the longsword.
No, what's the total?
So
12.
12.
For
Okay,
8
yeah,
pieces
that
of
hits.
damage.
Okay, sorry, you said you hit 8, so I was like...
yeah, for 8.
yeah.
8 damage.
8 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an additional one in the...
And then have you rolled for
Oh, no, it's a
the
longsword.
Witch Bolt?
On this round, yes.
Okay. So it's taken 32 points of damage.
Why does it say 1d8 slash 1d12? 10?
Because if you use
yeah.
two-handed...
Okay.
The firebolt is 1d10, the witch bolt is 1d12.
and yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, no, I
longsword.
was talking about that.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
two-
that one
yeah.
is one-handed.
Two-handed.
Versatile.
Okay. Harpy makes 2 attacks on you.
Oh
Oh
god.
shit.
Miss. Oh, hit.
Oh no, I'm dead.
No, not yet. It might be 1.
How much health are you on?
2.
2.
Is it plus 3 or something regardless?
No. But...
Well, it was nice playing with you guys. I want to see you next time. So we'll all re-roll new characters and...
Can I
We'll
do
just
anything?
pretend
Because
this never happened.
I am still conscious on the floor.
you can die quietly.
you are still conscious on the floor. You go down. The witch bolt stops, obviously. You are the only conscious person.
Yeah, can
You
you wait
can
until
do
I
this.
finish my turn? The pecking order is important.
Oh god. So, should we play it through and watch each person die?
Yeah,
through
no,
roll?
no, no, no,
Let's
no,
all
no,
die
no,
one
no,
by
no.
one.
You could potentially stabilize,
Am
but
Am I
you are
still concentrating on this
no,
bolt?
no,
No.
no, you're out. You're conscious.
How
What do you
come?
have?
Sorry, what's my thing now? How many damage should I take?
Oh, you're just on -1. Don't worry about it.
So, I've got my quarterstaff, my scimitar's still up in the rocks.
What magic do you have?
I could produce a flame and throw it, which I believe is D6.
D10, wasn't it?
It's...
No,
Oh yeah, it's 1d8.
1d8. Okay.
Damage if... Yeah, 1d8 damage if it's attacked.
Yeah.
Can I throw... Okay, can I produce a flame and throw it
Without ripping your stitches and dying suddenly.
very carefully?
Can you throw it underarm?
Like, sort of leant against the wall of the...
It's like the end of Saving Private Ryan when he shoots the tank with a pistol.
Come on, arm yourself.
God.
As a heroic action, we'll allow it.
Okay.
This one
Come on,
time.
you halfling.
You get 1 attack.
Tiny human.
Try and save this train wreck.
Woo-hoo, all aboard!
That's 1d8, which is that one, and d20, isn't it?
It is very hot. Be careful.
Get ready, we might die now.
Big bowl of fruit.
Everyone's unconscious and he's just awake, about to try a heroic moment.
Underarming with a flick of the wrist, a ball of fire at this stupid, naked being. Right. Everyone cross your fingers. 17!
Ooh.
Plus... Oh, I don't get any plus.
So just 17.
With
3
3 damage.
Is that all?
Yeah.
You could have at least taken down one of the birds.
No, because this big thing's scary.
Yeah. Those birds
Okay.
are assholes, though.
No, but he likes animals.
Yeah. End of the day, birds are friends.
I was going to introduce
not
this guy in
food.
a different way, but okay. As you're bleeding out and your stitches pop,
Ah!
you see a figure enter the doorway through your vision. He boldly, as a human, he boldly steps in, wielding a trident, and
Aquaman!
That is what the storm brought. The DC universe.
That's what the ship was carrying.
Oh no, we're gonna get copyright infringement now.
Uh-oh. Edit.
Hits and deals 7 damage to the harpy and kills it.
That all it took?
It was pretty close, hence why I was giving the heroic chance.
I did singe it.
Briefly.
I
So
had
yes.
it for 9 at one point.
Fast forwarding,
But what about the birds?
you've dropped unconscious, bleeding.
Oh, yeah. Ah!
You variously awake in what appears to be the keep's barracks. Immediately, Jodan and Lior will recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
You're heavily bandaged, and but you're back up to full health.
Yay.
You've got no permanent lasting injuries, but you do notice that the sun is coming into the room. Everyone, give me a Constitution saving throw to see who wakes up first.
19.
19.
Where is Con? What?
The little box with
Oh,
all the
yeah.
saving throws.
Okay, yeah.
10.
10.
10, 10.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
And
I
the
got 17.
Makes sense. The elf wakes up. 17. Okay.
With your glittery dice.
So you wake up, and you see 2 figures sort of sitting by your bedside.
Mm-hmm.
One is the guard captain,
Mm-hmm.
Michael,
Oh, nice.
and he's sharpening a sword.
Okay.
And sitting next to him on another seat is a very strange-looking chap covered in tattoos that you don't recognize from anywhere. He's not part of the garrison, i.e., you were here previously and you didn't see him here. But he has a trident struck to his back. And as you come around, Michael sort of checks on you and says, "Oh, welcome back to the land of living there. If it weren't for Tom here, you'd all be dead."
Tom?
Sorry, that's me. Good to see.
Sup, dude?
I don't know what that thing was, but I washed up just by the lighthouse, and it just kind of happened. Sort of as this conversation's happening, Lior wakes up, sort of mid conversation. You sort of join, you sort of see this. But yeah, he's like, it's all been a bit of a blur, but you guys were just lying there bleeding, and there was that bird woman thing, and I just had to step in. And sort of Michael slaps him on the back. It's like, "Oh, it's a good thing you did. If you didn't, these hapless idiots would all be dead. It'd be bird feed."
To be fair, we were just doing what the king asked us to.
Well, he ain't the king. Sorry. Again, Michael sort of turns to you as you wake up, grumpy. He ain't the king. He's the lord. But,
whatever.
I mean, it's good. I'm surprised to see you doing what he asks.
I have my reasons.
Fair enough.
Am I awake yet?
I can say you've woken up during this.
What happened?
Well,
The last thing I remember is throwing a small little flame.
yeah, that was.
I don't remember any of that, to be fair. I've been unconscious
Yeah,
for like the
none of
last
us
3
would
days.
have- I wouldn't have known
so
that
I don't
either.
know.
In fact, no one knew you threw that flame. No one saw it.
No one saw it.
No
My
one
act of
witnessed.
heroism was for nothing!
Well, it was for 3 damage.
Well, I wouldn't say it was for Tom.
It
I
was
wouldn't
for
say
3
it
damage.
was. I wouldn't say it was for naught. I'd be like, if I didn't see that like light coming out of there, I wouldn't even know you guys were in there. I was honestly like just going, "Holy fuck, I'm gonna die," and then I saw you were dying, and I still had my trident, and one thing led to another.
Where are you from?
Yeah, I know. That's
Oh.
insane.
All over, really. Mostly been docking in Boston lately, but oh god,
Okay.
Not
I'm
impressed.
not even.
I was surprised you didn't just make up a town and you just said Boston.
I was just like Venom.
Yeah, it does.
Lower budget cosplay?
You could have just made up any old place and we would have just gone, alright. Fine.
Boston.
You said Boston.
So to be fair,
Yeah.
this was going to be unravel slightly differently.
Okay.
You were meant to actually fucking kill the things in the lighthouse and then rescue Tom.
Excuse me, I have the highest kill count out of all of us. It's not my fault, I have low health and these idiots don't have any healing.
Look, I've been...
I healed you. Oh, well, I healed. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't heal me.
I healed someone.
I've only been out of
killed me.
isolation for a
Yeah,
week.
I healed you.
All this is so new to me that it's like a baby being born.
Never had
Pretty
a
sure
game
it was good if you told us about the herpes before we went up there.
Herpes?
Yeah, the herpes. We had a bad case of the herpes there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You don't know that I knew.
Yeah, well, I don't know you knew.
No, exactly. So you can't bollock me for not telling you because you didn't know I knew.
I didn't know you knew.
Yeah, I'm
but
keeping that to myself,
I
mate.
just don't like you for some weird reason.
Is it because I'm a tiefling? Is it because I'm a weird mate?
it
Yeah?
is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's take it outside.
Oh,
I'll
shit.
fight you.
I prod you. I reach out.
We're both in the hospital,
Yeah.
like, trying desperately to fall from beds and we can't quite reach each other. It looks pathetic.
I don't that just twinkle my toes.
Anyway, back to the DM. So DM,
Oh,
progress
so-
the story, DM.
Am I going to continue this terrible Bostonian accent
That's
that I
fine.
currently
Yeah.
can't do?
Sorry, I took the piss out of you, but that's alright. I apologise.
At least you can't use it against us at the wedding.
It sounds it's okay.
Anymore.
So it sounds like that accent wasn't landing at all.
A little bit.
You maintain trickle his hoops.
Okay.
His precious hoops, mate.
From now on, Tom is just going to speak like a normal person.
I'll
From Boston.
Do a Cockney accent instead.
All right. Hello, Governor. Cheerio. The cavalry's here. I'm from Overwatch. I'm British, I swear.
Please stop it.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Anyway,
derailed.
back to the
Sorry.
story.
Back to the DM. We love you. A wonderful magical DM. Please continue the story.
We won't take the Mickey anymore.
No. Take the Mickey's fine. I just feel really bad because I feel like the first session I over like amped the skill level.
Don't
and
feel
I'm
bad.
kind of
'Cause it's
derailed.
great.
Oh no, I like it. I
fine.
like it. I don't mind.
I like the fact that we start off as a pathetic band.
In my head,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how to
To-
re-pick up the
To
story.
be fair, Claire, we don't know how to work together yet.
No,
So
totally,
we are-
totally. I ramped it, assuming you'd be an organised, balanced
Yeah, no.
party
Uh-huh.
going in
We all
like.
have useless
professionals.
magic.
Yeah.
My first combat drop.
I went a bit
Yeah.
OTT and went fire, and then went I haven't got anything apart from fire.
I'm slowly learning that not all animals are friends.
Okay.
After being Snow White for my whole life.
You didn't even do anything to help us with the animals.
I produced
You just
fire.
sort of died.
Okay. So, back into character.
Yeah, okay.
Bearing in mind what your characters know about each other and, you know, how much you missed while you were bleeding out unconscious on the floor.
For continuity, I kind of like the accent just so I remember who's talking. I'm kind of okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with the accent.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, this place is something else, I tell you. But, yeah, your lordy lord chap wants to speak to me, and I said, you know, I didn't want to have a chat until I knew you four were safe. I kind of feel responsible for you. Yeah, you know.
Responsible.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Well-
well-rounded good guy, I'm guessing.
You know, it's I wouldn't say that, but yeah, I feel responsible for you guys.
It is appreciated, Tom.
But you know, if we're done yapping, I think Michael here's about to stab me with that pig sticker that he keeps sharpening.
I don't have irises, but I am thoroughly rolling my eyes. It's really hard to tell, but I am.
Cool.
I think
Yeah,
Tom can tell.
My eyes are just solid colour.
So
it's really hard to tell when I'm rolling.
lizard lady, we good to go?
Call me that one more time and I will set you on fire.
Sorry, we haven't actually been introduced. Tom.
Glory.
Glory, last name Hole?
Do you want to be set on
No,
fire? I
sorry.
will set you on fire.
I'm just trying to...
I know you saved me, but I have no problem with setting you on fire.
I'm just
I
trying
think
to
we should all be
make...
friends here.
I'm just trying to make a joke.
You say out.
Sorry.
You died.
Things kind of crazy. Like, I ain't ever seen anything
Where
like you.
is this Boston place you speak of?
It's in America.
Where?
I'm
America.
sorry, we've never heard of this country.
You-
I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, it's there's definitely something going wrong there. This ain't Kansas. This ain't fucking nowhere I know about.
And how is your ship? Where are the sails?
There ain't any sales. Like,
But how does it move? How do
No, I
you
need
row?
the guy from the ship.
Yeah.
Roadman?
Diesel. It was Diesel.
What's
Diesel.
Diesel?
Yeah,
Is that some
yeah.
sort of like sun magic?
As you're saying this, Michael sort of slaps his arm on Tom's shoulder and is like, Tom, we really should be having the conversation with the Lord. You can bring these strays with you. But
I will
it's
set
on.
Michael on fire soon.
I mean, you and Michael have clashed before in the past because as the guard captain of Garrison,
Yeah.
things he is aware if he was able to prove anything,
Yeah.
but he's aware. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm just gonna casually do this at Michael.
Okay.
For
So you-
the
I see you.
microphone's sake, I'm pointing at my eyes and then pointing at him.
You
all
you're
know
giving
what
him
I'm
the evil
talking
eye.
about.
Okay. So sort of as you all get up, Tom's like turns to Laura and is like, "Man, you're a tall chap, ain't you?
Yes.
Huh? Need a bit more meat on the bones, though, right? Yeah.
Can I use Mage Hand and just sort of raffle through his pockets?
Yeah. It's in your skill list. It's both sleight of hand roll.
Yeah,
it's a skill.
Yeah. So roll a d20.
Yep.
No, that's a 4.
You accidentally broke his butt, and Tom's like, "Huh? Fucking ghosts in here?"
Okay, that brought me some amusement. I don't care.
I just look generally at Tom. What does Tom look like?
So,
What's he wearing?
short brown hair. He's wearing a loose cloth top.
Does it have
In
any
character,
logos on it?
it doesn't look strange to you. Out of character, it's not a modern T-shirt or anything. It does look sort of loose cotton. So it's pre-mass textile. Mass textile exists then, but he is pre-World War II.
Right. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So no Nike or Tix or anything like that.
Gotcha.
And then Tom looks at you and is like, yeah. So what are you, like a dwarf or something?
What's a dwarf?
Oh, good. At least the midgets aren't here. Cool.
What?
I'm liking this chat more and more as time goes on.
So Michael leads you towards
Entertaining.
the Lord's study, and there's two guards standing outside the study, and Michael just sort of says, "You'll need to leave the weapons here, please."
Do I still have my scimitar, or is it still 3 stories tall?
3 stories tall.
So I've
I'll have
lost
to go
it.
back to
Yeah.
that.
On the bright side, there's no more harpy in the lighthouse.
You can go back for it if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot easier
Assuming
this time.
someone else doesn't nick it in the meantime.
And also assuming it can reach.
And the crabs might be back. I mean, I've had them once before, but...
Depends on how
Reoccurring problem.
Cool.
Okay, so you surrender your weapons, I'm assuming, no big fuss.
Yeah.
And you go in. And so you two, well, everyone except Romulus will have seen the Lord before, so it's not a huge surprise. The Lord is an elderly man, not beyond his, not like infirm elderly, but he's like a medieval 50, which is kind of like a real life 70, right? So he can still swing a sword, but he's definitely past his prime.
You looked like my father before he died.
Yeah, so he's...
Wow. That was info dump.
But yeah, he's wearing very fine clothes, grey hair, and he has a very harried look on his face. And with him is the head cleric and the head mage. The only mage in town. With brains.
Can I
His
assume that we
name
all have our
is...
full hit points back? and
Yes.
our spells
Yeah,
lost
no, I
and
said,
everything?
sorry, you have your
Yeah.
full hit points and everything back.
Oh,
Oridon is the mage, he's human, and the cleric is a half-elf named Kindle.
Kindle.
Yeah.
Cool. I can read him like a book.
Not spelled like that, but yeah.
Nah.
So yes, he's standing there sort of talking over some maps, poring over some maps with the cleric, and yes, with the cleric Kindle and the head mage Odorin. Okay, they're poring over maps, and as you enter the room, Michael sort of clears his throat. My lord, the Outlander and his friends. Oh, Tom, good to see you. Good we can finally chat. We've so far not been able to rescue any of your crewmen. Unfortunately, most seem to have perished, and a few seem to have been taken hostage by some merfolk. But you seem to be the only one who was actually washed ashore. What did I hear? You guys have got mermaids? What the? Okay. Right.
Dude, I've got a tail. Are you really that surprised?
I'm pretty freaking out here. I'm getting used to it. Like I've had like a whole 10 hours to get used to the fact that I'm friends with a
Friends is a loose term.
acquainted with.
Yeah, I'd still say that's a loose term. Vaguely acknowledge the existence of. I would
Have met.
Yeah.
Have met.
At this point, the cleric sort of turns to him and is like, Kindle turns to him and is like, you are okay, of course, Tom. We've checked you over, but I think now that your friends or acquaintances have recovered, if you could just take us through the full story of how you ended up on our shores. Yeah, sure. Well, it was a standard sort of run from New York to London, and we were mid-ocean, huge storm out of nowhere kicks up. I wasn't actually on deck at the time. I was in my bunk, and I get woken up by the storm. I get up onto deck. And by the time I'm on deck, I already hear us hitting rocks. We'd already run around, and we're days away from the nearest shore, to my knowledge. And we're taking on water, and once that thing starts sinking, it just starts sinking. And it's like every man to the lifeboats. And I grabbed some debris. I grabbed harpoon. And I jumped ship. The waves just kind of took me and washed up on the rocks by the lighthouse thing. Obviously, the lighthouse wasn't lit. It was kind of pointless for a lighthouse not to be lit in a storm. I mean, like, why the fuck do you guys have a lighthouse if you ain't gonna light it? And the Lord's like, we had a problem with...
Yeah, it kind of turned into a fight house.
The Lord just kind of looks at you and he's like, yes, we had an infestation, unfortunately. We didn't have the men to deal with it. Well, yeah, and then, like, you know, I'm sitting there, and then as I'm sort of lying there on the rocks going, Mother Mary, how the freak am I alive? I look to the lighthouse, and all of a sudden it lights up with a little flame thing, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, it's dry, and I go in there, and the first thing I see is this giant naked bird woman, titties out, wings of thing, and blood's on her, and these four are all bleeding everywhere, and I'm like, well, one of them's human, the other two kind of look human, and the other one. So, like, you know, in a fight with a naked bird woman and human, I'm gonna side with the human. So, you know, I just poke it, and it die. You know, I know about the first aid. I saw to you all as best as I could, and that's when your men showed up, Mike, and that's where we are. He's like, okay, well, obviously we'll have many more questions for you, but it's clear that you are from another plane of existence, one that my mage, Odoran, is unfamiliar with. Clearly, we know of multiple planes, we know many dimensions exist. However, most strangely, speaking to Tom here, the strangest thing is the weave of magic does not seem to extend to his world, so how he was pulled into our world, I'm not 100% certain, and I think we need to get some of his crew back from these merfolk, perhaps someone who was aware at the time of transition to establish a timeline, and of course we should salvage the wreck.
I'll be happy to help out if I can.
Well, thanks for that. Leo, right?
Yeah, Liori.
Liori?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've studied merpeople through my parents' books, so I'm willing to go along with my scroll case full of my studies and lend my knowledge where I can.
Yeah, so you're like a fish person?
No, I'm human.
Oh, you're just so short. I get confused.
My parents were human. I was raised outside of town. I'm obviously human.
Everyone else in the room just kind of sees the cleric and the mage just sort of side-eye each other like, mm. Well, no, that's great. If you guys are willing to, help out, yeah, like, we'll totally sort that. But, you know, I'm assuming it's going to take some time to get some scuba gear together, some diving equipment.
Scuba?
What?
Yeah, what is...
Oh, well, how are you going to salvage the wreck and go talk to these mer people if you ain't got diving gear?
Magic.
Magic.
Bubbles.
Whatever it is you're thinking, most of the time, let's give you a short summary of this world. If there's a problem, magic usually solves it.
Cool.
So if you don't understand how something works, magic.
Okay, that kind of works for me.
Also, we have boats.
We do have boats. They do
Yeah.
exist in this world.
So
But we kind of need a boat.
yeah,
Wink.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, you say to
With your
Gothric the
third
Lord,
eye.
right?
Staring at the Lord.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
kind of need a boat.
Very well. Most of our forces are committed to the salvage operation, and most of the garrison is committed to that. But if you as if you're willing to aid Tom with the merfolk, first contact would be appreciated to find out what their terms of exchange are. We've not had many dealings with the merfolk in a while. My father had some dealings with them, but they're quite an isolated community. So if you get any provisions and things you need together, we will set a boat out. The court does not like to receive anyone until high tide. It is considered bad luck. So yes, you would have at least, he sort of glances out the window, 4 hours until the next high tide.
Cool.
Okay.
Can we go into the town and gather supplies?
Yes. And Tom's like, and you can show me where to go drinking.
That concludes our first session of D&D. So if you subscribe to the channel, you'll see our future games, and I hope to improve the sound. I've already ordered separate microphones for all the players. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Leave comments below, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Night night.